All right, Bob, so here's what we got, man. So number one, we've got the left hip, right, that we still have to deal with. Here, stand back a second.
Sure.
Let me show you what we're gonna do. Okay. And there's gonna be 4 steps that you remember this. There's gonna be 4 steps that we're gonna do. Right. I started just leaving these down here because, I mean, I like them on the ground when I hit, and it's funny because I feel like all of us should just always have them there. If we're not hitting for any, not playing for anything.
I think it's helpful.
Yeah, me
And
too.
then this is your alignment to the target, and this is your
Swing path going
fall
through.
path kind of,
Yeah, on the follow through.
inside out.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So now, what I'm going to do here is we're going to put, as you know, the head cover on the hip. Now here's what you're battling and what you haven't put together yet. As the club goes to the right, your hip's got to pivot to the left. Okay. So basically, let me do a demonstration here. So as I'm set up here to the ball, as I drag my shoulders and arm that way,
Gotcha.
my hip's got to go that way, and that's what you're struggling with. As your club goes this way, you're following your club.
Yeah,
And what you need to do instead is, as it goes that way, go the opposite way. That would be better for us.
Okay.
Right.
And quick question: when I do that,
Right?
my weight shift is
It's going to be more on the left.
More on left side.
Right. And you know what's funny? In the 90s, there was all this talk about loading on the right. Okay. But you know what's funny? In golf, every time in my career, I've been too far on my right side, I get thin, I get fat, I have problems with contact. Then I saw playing lessons with the pros with Daniel Berger, right? And he was talking about how he stays on the ball and then he goes to the front.
So
It's better, in my opinion, to stay on the ball and go that way than ever go this way.
Okay.
Right.
Awesome.
Because most players are overdoing that, right? And then there's people like, well, what about power? Can I get as much power? It's like, you can, because you can hit it solid, and if you're good at dropping your elbow and supinating your hand, you'll get power anyway.
Okay.
You know, winding up over here and coming off the ball. There are players that do it. Cameron Young, I saw in one of the tournaments recently, when he's hitting a driver, he rears back, and his head moves a little bit off the ball. He gets back to contact, but at the same time, you have to wonder. He keeps placing second. Is that why? You know what I mean? That would be the first thing I tell him. I'd say, dude, your head's moving like a foot. I mean, just work on that, and you probably will win, I would say to him. You know what I mean? But anyway, so here's what we're going to do. So ready, look. The steps that we need for you are the first part. I'm going to give you 2 things for your backswing and then 2 things for your downswing, right?
All right.
In the backswing, you're gonna drag this ball back that way and push your left hip left. Now here's what happens, remember. The head cover's on the mid part of my thigh, and then after I drag the ball back and pivot, now it's touching my left buttock, my left glute, or my left cheek, whatever you want to say. Right? Because I've pivoted my hip left. Okay. Then, after that, what's happening is I need to bring my right elbow down and then click my wrist. Now, to click the wrist, here's what's going on. Remember, it's like you're unscrewing a screwdriver, we say. But I want you to do this first. You have that on your hand. Put your hand out like this. If you supinate your hand, notice how your fingernails now are facing you. And all it is this, putting your wrist down that way. Now, relax, put your hand down here. And now, do the same thing. Look, your fingernails face you. Right? When you do that, right? Now, hold your club over here a second, like this, in your backswing. Your backswing. And then hold the shaft. Hold the shaft. Now, unscrew the screwdriver. Your fingernails face you. See how your fingernails weren't facing you? And then when you do that, they are. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
That's a good one.
The key. The fingernails under. Okay? Now, here's what I want to do. We want to do 2 parts. Maybe we'll do it in like slow first. You're going to set up to the ball. You're going to drag the first ball back, pivot left, then elbow supinate.
Okay.
You see how I did that?
Okay, so drag it back, then the elbow in the right position right here.
And then you got to get the clicker. Right, so here, I'm going to do it one more time.
All right.
All right, I'll do it a little bit harder. But I want you to do it first slow.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a little harder so the camera captures. This time stand on this side of the camera, yep. That way it'll record, and then I'll show you the replay.
Okay.
So you're gonna get set up, right? We're gonna drag this thing back, pivot, elbow, supine.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Got it, man.
Did I get it? I don't think I captured it.
This is awesome.
No, I missed it. Here, can you press the space bar, Bob, on this one? I want to do one more for you. I just want you to have the video. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Look, we're gonna get this thing. You know what's cool? We've already made progress. We're not over the hill yet.
Yep.
We're not over the hump yet. These, there's 4 items that I want you to have stronger, which are your left hip
Yep.
and your takeaway, right? That's 2, and then the elbow coming in
Yep.
front of the right hip.
Yep. You know, and I think what I was doing is
Uh-huh.
jamming that in
To
back
your
here,
side.
right? And
Everyone
not
does
in
that.
front.
Everyone struggles with that.
So
It's got to go in front of the right hip. So much so, like you could even do this. I'll show you one added bonus thing. Watch this. You put a stick now through your belt loops,
yes.
right? Did we do this
Yeah.
yet?
Yeah.
Remember this one or no?
No.
I saw Luke Donald doing this at the PGA Championship at Baltusrol in 1996.
Wow.
Isn't it funny? I went to that.
I remember him.
Yep. And look, so basically what happens is, look, I'm gonna get ready to hit the space bar for me,
Oh,
Bob.
okay. Yep.
When I hit the ball, hit the space bar. When I make contact with the ball, okay? All right, wait for me. Perfect. All right, now let me show you this replay. This is gonna be cool.
Okay.
Stand back just a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go. So what I'm doing here, as you know, is I'm gonna drag that ball back and then push my hip toward the head cover.
Yeah.
Is the first part I'm worried about.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna see here. Watch this. I'm gonna drag the ball back. Watch this.
Okay. Yeah.
Drag it back. Look, where's my hip go?
That hip is going right on
More to the
top of
left,
that.
right?
Yeah.
It's better to be left than right.
Yeah. And I see your head is right.
Right.
Vertically
I always like to
right
tell
above
everyone,
the ball.
nose on the ball,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
right? So then, from here, I'm gonna collapse my elbow, right?
Yeah.
Where I break my elbow down, hinge my elbow.
So you bring that guy really almost straight down.
No, in front of the right hip.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
look, remember the stick here. Look, I get my elbow past the stick. Look.
Ah yeah. Okay. I see. Okay. You did. Okay.
Because look, if my hip went too fast and my elbow's back here,
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the stick.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll see in a moment.
Great. No, this is.
Then the left hand right here, I'm turning this hand this way because what am I doing? That's going to give me the fingernails
Close that
facing
glove.
me. Yep. And then look, bam. That's how everything squares up and you get good impact.